The boy had just handed the picked up corn to his mother when a bomb suddenly struck. To protect the boy, the mother shielded him with her body. There was no time for grief. The boy only wanted to flee quickly. During the escape, food became the biggest challenge. Just as the boy was about to starve to death, he suddenly spotted at the foot of the hill a man lying on the ground. Seeing the man motionless, the boy took the man's food, but just as the boy tried to leave, a hand suddenly grabbed him. The man was not dead after all. He slowly crawled toward the boy. The boy was terrified. Driven by the instinct to survive, he picked up a stone nearby and smashed it hard into the man's head. Just like that, the man stopped breathing completely. Without a second thought, the boy opened the pack and began eating ravenously. But what the boy didn't know was, the real disaster was just beginning. That evening, the military found the soldier. Through examination, the army suspected nearby refugees were responsible, and so they were summoned for questioning. But it yielded no results, because no one imagined this could be done by a child. It turned out the man, worried his wife and child had no food, had fled the army with stored up rations, just to alleviate his family's hunger. But when the commander spoke the man's name, the boy couldn't help but vomit, because the man was none other than his own father. It turned out his father at the time was covered in mud, which is why he hadn't recognized him. After learning of this tragedy, the commander, filled with pity for the boy, took him back to the army to care for him. After growing up, he began to take up boxing. Relying on his solid abilities, he eventually achieved outstanding results. He became the bantamweight champion. Having witnessed the cruelty of war, he appeared exceptionally cold-blooded in the ring. His eyes showed not a trace of emotion, like a cold machine. But when he met Joe, no matter how many times he knocked Joe down, Joe would always get back up. This made the man extremely anxious. Joe was like a wild dog. Until its last breath, it would bite its opponent fiercely. Suddenly, the man's eyes turned red. Then, without hesitation, he employed the most brutal fighting style. First, he forced Joe into a corner, attacking relentlessly with a barrage of blows. Even as Joe was about to fall, he would strike to send him flying, then continue the merciless assault. He wanted his opponent to not even have the chance to fall. Finally, with the referee's intervention, were the two separated. By now, Joe had lost consciousness. The man thought victory was surely his, but what he didn't expect was, Joe actually stood up once more. The man began to panic. Then, furious, he charged at Joe. But unexpectedly, the next moment, blood flowed from Joe's forehead. Yet the man backed away in terror. The sight of Joe now reminded him of what had happened to his own father. Instantly the man's mind snapped. This allowed Joe to seize the opportunity. With one punch, he ended the fight.